Okay, so we're 6 days into our homeschool year and I've already failed. Let's chat. Hi guys, my name is Erin. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4 kids, ages 6, 9, 11, and almost 14. And we have been homeschooling from the very beginning. We have just started our 9th year of homeschooling. I wasn't planning on shooting this video because I certainly was not hoping to have things go out of whack so soon already, but here we are. I just wanted to share today kind of some bumps that we've hit along the way today and what we're doing to hopefully remedy that. And my heart today is really just to encourage you that when a new school year starts, there are inevitably going to be some hiccups, some bumps in the road, some kids are just having a struggle getting back in that routine of things. So give yourself some grace, take it easy on yourself, allow yourself some time to figure out your rhythm and your flow. Don't give up yet. You'll get there, it'll come. Things will fall into place and settle down as you get into that routine of things. And don't be afraid to make changes. If things aren't working out in your daily routine, it is perfectly okay to cross out some things if you've overcommitted, or to change up the order, or all of those things. Do what is best for your family. If this is your first year of homeschooling and you're feeling like you're already missing the mark, you are not alone, friend. We all go through this. That is perfectly normal. And there's kind of 2 ways to go about it from here, right? We can choose to be so frustrated and overwhelmed and angry and upset that things aren't going the way that we want them to go, right? That's one path. Or we can choose to look at what we're going through as an opportunity for us to learn, to grow in virtue, and to make a better plan for the future. And so that's what we're working on in this particular case for sure. Thankfully, God's mercies are new every day, and we can give ourselves grace for the times when we fail, and we look at them as an opportunity to grow in virtue and discipline, and God is good. He's faithful to provide and to meet us where we are. And I'm so thankful that it is not dependent on us to get everything done perfectly, because Lord knows I fail all the time. This year has been an interesting one for us because I kind of went through this whole process of really reassessing our homeschool and where things were going, what we were doing, what we were using, what we were focusing on, what we were not focusing on that I did want to focus on, and all of the things. And because of that, I was super late in figuring out what we were going to do for this homeschool year as far as materials and curriculum and all of those kind of things. So my first problem this year so far has been, because of that delay, I did not decide on the curriculum that we were going to be using until about a week before our homeschool year started, which means that the books are still trickling in and we're still kind of putting together the last little bits on our schedule and our daily routine and all of those things. And so this year has started off really disorganized, and that's totally on me. That's my fault. But at the same time, I feel like that was necessary for me to get to a place of being where I am and being confident and comfortable with the method and the process in which we were going to be homeschooling this year. And so I'm thankful for that, and it's been a learning process, but it has led us off to a bumpy start because I just didn't have all of my lists and my planners and all of the things kind of in place before we started the homeschool year. And so that has led to my kids being really unfocused because they didn't really know where they were going and what they were supposed to be doing each day. Yesterday, it literally took one of my boys 4 hours spaced out in multiple chunks throughout the day to get his math lesson done. Something that really should have only taken like 30 to 45 minutes. And it was so frustrating because I know he can do it. I know he can do better. But he has had this lack of attention, and part of that I think was because I didn't have this guide for him to go to for what all he needed to do for the day yet. But that has led me to, I think, realize that I need to put some more processes and some more structure in place for our homeschool to make sure that things go smoothly throughout the day. Certainly over the years, I have taken full advantage of the freedom that we have in homeschooling to be a little bit more relaxed, and I have seen that over time begin to lead to a little bit of laziness on the part of my kids and myself even sometimes. This year, I really want to be focused on being more diligent, being more on task, and making sure that when we are working on lessons that our attention is fully focused on that, so we can get through it quickly and be done for the day, rather than having our lessons take the entire day to complete, because they really don't need to. And then we miss out on the opportunity to have more time for fun things. So the plan. I am putting together, had been planning on doing this, I just hadn't got it together yet, but I am assembling binders for each of my kids. These binders are going to have their weekly assignments in them, so that they have this guide for what they need to do for the week. And I've kind of done that in the past before, where I've just had a chart on the side of our fridge that they look at and mark off, but I want to have it be a little bit more focused for them with the actual books that they're reading and the assignments that they have, so that they have that in their own binder, kind of as their own planner, for them to really be independent and self-led as they go about their studies for the day. And today was the first day that I had those actually assembled for all three of the boys, and oh my goodness, it was amazing, because I actually had a dentist appointment this morning, and I came home and they had completed almost all of their schoolwork for the day because they had a plan in place. And so I'm super excited about how that is going, just day one, and I'm really looking forward to continuing with that. And that's one of the ways that I'm gonna kind of, I think, remedy the lack of attention and lack of focus that we're working on. I'm going to be instituting, I think, some timers. That probably doesn't work for all kids, but this one in particular does really thrive on knowing he has to get something done within a certain amount of time, and then he is super motivated to get it done. So I think that is one thing that we're going to be doing, as well as having these binders in place with their lesson plans for them all laid out, so they know exactly what they need to do for the entire week. My oldest son is in 8th grade this year, so he's gonna have just a weekly layout of all of the things that he needs to complete for the week, and then it is completely on his shoulders for what he does when. As our kids get older, it's really important, I think, for them to learn that self-regulation and learning how to prioritize and how to get things done in a timely manner. And so I'm excited for him. He also really thrives on having that structure and just being able to do things and get them over with. And then for my younger two boys, their plan is going to be a little bit more detailed with certain days that they need to do their assignments, just to give them a little bit more guidance. Let me know if you're interested in a full video on how that's going to work and what those planners for them look like. I will be happy to make a video for you about that. And I will get out some videos about planning a weekly routine and a daily routine. I just haven't had a chance to get all of my thoughts in order for that to be a clear, concise video for you, but it's coming. If you find yourself in this position where you are feeling like a failure and you're frustrated with how things are going, make sure you check out this video here with some tips about things that I do to help get myself out of that rut as well. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you next time. Bye. I think that's it.